Welcome to the Wednesday show with Mediumjay. It's the weekend show, but it's on a Wednesday. Let's go. Gotta address the elephant in the room. Gotta let y'all motherfuckers know. I took a break from podcasting. I don't know. You know what? Like, it all felt like I was just phoning it in. You know? Or if I was gonna, each week I was like, I got nothing to say. I didn't want to. I guess I didn't want to just. I'm the type of guy, and this is the beauty of being a creative, is that if I'm not feeling it, and a creative that owns his own shit. Right, my own podcast is not sponsored by anybody. There's no guy in my ear going like, "When are you gonna make another video?" What? Hey, we paid you to promote, fucking, Lucky Charms. Get on there. You know what I mean? You gotta pump out these boxes of Lucky Charms. There's no motherfucker. I don't have no tied corporations. It's Cash Leaders Inc., which it's beginning to be a charity at this point. It's doing a lot of your shit independent. You pay the price, but it costs to be the boss, right? And yeah, I mean, fuck. I was like, man, I don't know what to talk about, but I mean, today my car was towed, right? I had my car towed. I fell asleep. I left it in my apartments. Like, there's like a place, like it's like a loading zone. They like 15 minutes and that's it. But you could go for like an hour. They let you go for like 2 hours. I fell asleep, woke up 5 hours later. I'm like, fuck. I had a dream too. I can't remember my dream, but I remember I was running through shit like I had to do something. And the whole thing was I have my car downstairs. But in my dream, my subconscious, I was a lab rat in a maze. I can't remember it, but I remember going like, I woke up like my fucking car. I go down there, it's gone. I'm like, fuck, man. The tow truck drivers, man, it's like they steal your car, eh? They really don't give a fuck. And like I'm going through anger management too, which is like, I always thought anger management was like just to like avoid being angry at all costs, like any conflict. But I learned really young that I was like a pushover for a lot of scenarios. I just let shit happen to me, and this anger management guy, he's like a mix of like he's like a Jordan Peterson with a little bit of Duncan Trussell for the people that keep up with the Joe Rogan sphere. He's like a very and there's a little bit of that like the gung fu. He talks about martial arts. He did martial arts and everything. He goes up and visits Stony Mountain and all that stuff. So with the anger management, I'm learning a lot of like, there's certain situations where I should definitely stand up for myself. This isn't one of them, right? My car got towed, right? And I was like, where's the security guard? And I remember going like, okay, it's good that the security guard's not there, because I would have just been complaining. The tow truck company doesn't give two shits. The cab company guy that I had to go to take a cab there, he's like, oh, yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear. I'm like, yeah, at that point I was so beaten down. I'm like, what could I do, right? I remember, this is just today, but I remember it like it was yesterday, but it was today. And I was like, man, like I immediately checked myself, and I'm like, I just started laughing. Like, this is, of course this would happen. I looked, I got enough money to pay for it. And I was like, in my mind, just to get back, I'm like, to the tow truck guy, I'm like, yo, I should ask if he needs a tip. Hey, you guys, thanks for taking my car and not damaging her. Hey, here's the next. Peel off a couple hundred. Here's 100 for the thing, and give him 150. It is like 120 something, 120 96. I'm like, that's it. Here you go. You guys get a little bit more under the table. No worries. And I'm like, what am I, fucking John Gotti? right? Ideally that would be the, but I have to, I have to do illegal activities to get to that point where I'm just paying off. Hey, listen, you see my car, maybe you take a couple extra hours, give me a little more. Hey, it's this car. Oh shit, he usually gives us a lot of money. I think with everything going on, with all of it, like the Epstein, I think Epstein's still alive, right? I'll just say that right now. I think that nigga's still alive, bro. All those emails and everything, it really shows that with, like, you can do anything with money. I didn't think, like, they always try to say, like, no one's above the law. But when you're paying dudes off, this is what sucks. If you're just paying those, the dudes, people are fucking strapped for cash nowadays. The economy is in shambles. Getting a couple weeks worth of groceries is the equivalent of bi-monthly payments on a vehicle, which is a brand new vehicle. We are in they said in I heard on the radio, exclusive news, guys, that in Manitoba, Canada, Winnipeg, they're looking at trying to assess whether the big grocery, these chain grocery stores are price gouging. And I think I've seen some stuff go down. I've seen it starting to get but here's the thing. Patrice O'Neill had a great bit on Opie and Anthony where it's like, if they want gas to go up, they will let it go up $1 or whatever, dollar or per gallon or whatever, and then they'll drop it down to like 65 cents. They'll drop off 65 cents. So it really went up like 35 cents, but people are like so fucking happy. So I get why they do these things, and the sales that are today are just prices that would have been here last year. And everything goes, but I would expect the quality of something other than an AI chatbot to talk to when you have a problem, something other than, I'm sure hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people worldwide losing their jobs to, you would think that like there would be some sort of like giant corporate, okay, we laid off 75,000 people at Microsoft. Drop the fucking Game Pass. Don't give me one. It's still though, hey, sign up right now, you get $1, and then everything else is literally 30. They take the L, I guess, the first month. But everything is like that. Sign up for free, you get, free 30 days. Amazon Prime, get, what I mean? You want your shit fast. And I don't know who is that impatient about, and I get, okay, if you need diapers, you should just go to the fucking store, right? There should be a store around you that you could get diapers or something that you really need, like I don't know, you're bleeding out and you need a first aid kit. You order it on Amazon and you get next day delivery or so. But I've never ordered something and went, I need this. I can't wait 3 days, because it usually comes pretty fast. They're like estimated time 3 to 5 business days, and it comes in 2 business days, and I'm like, yo, I feel so conflicted because it came fast, right? But I know those guys are overworked. I know the truck drivers. I know everyone in the warehouse industry. They're like struggling to keep up with these unrealistic demands that big corporations fucking place on the benevolence of the shareholder. It's like we're just trying to make shareholder profits. So ideally, I think I've come up with a solution, right? We have to blow up Visa and MasterCard. We have to literally do a fight club. It's genius. I came up with it all myself. We as individuals, and I'm talking to America. America, you guys you have all these guns, right? You have all of these weapons, and it's all what they say is to protect ourselves from tyrannical government and invasions, from foreign, it's to stop, civil unrest. But right now, it came out that, to no one's surprise, well, I mean, I was I was like, yeah, they're all vampire, blood-sucking, baby-eating child fuckers, right? I knew this, right? Now's the time. Now, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so, right? I gotta say it. I was right. The paranoid schizophrenic is winning right now. I am winning. They have to pay me off. They have to. The government's going to give me a big check going, man, he's got a free podcast. It's basically the new age journalism. It's free. You know what I mean? There's no corporate sponsors. He's not getting money. My music is all independent. I haven't taken a grant. I haven't taken a Manitoba. Canadians, they give you like $4,000 a month just to make music, bro. I don't take shit from them. I don't take shit. You know why? Because I don't want the government all up in my ear, all up in my videos. I don't need Mark Carney dancing around, telling me I should telling me I should promote this new bank loan shit that they're working on. They're working on stuff. I think they're working on a new bank loan. It's called the Please application, right? You got terrible credit. You're in student loans. You're drowning in debt. Plea your case. Say please, and we might give you money at horrendous rates, horrendous interest rates, right? All of the cash money loans, those cash advancements, all went under in my city. I'm looking at there was like 4 that I seen, all of them under. So where'd the business go? Why do I have to still pay my loan, right? I'm sure me with a lot of other people are like, man, this ridiculous loan. I've been paying it off. I'll pay it off. But I'm like, yo, your company failed, right? That's what I'm betting on every time. I'm betting on the company failing before I die, right? Okay, the company's gone. And I'm sure a lot of people took money out and never paid it back. I asked the guy, I go, what happens? They just fucks up their credit. But really, you loaned out a bunch of money, and it's 2008. So right now, I would like to see the revolution happen with guns. I would like to see people getting mowed down in the street. Those, and this is fucking psychotic, of course. But it's a little bit more fulfilling. It's a little bit more, because these people deserve to die. There's a lot of people that have fucked over the rich have fucked over the poor for so long, right? And this is at this turning point where the average person just needs to do a bank run. And this is highly illegal, so I'm not suggesting it. But hypothetically speaking, if we all just took our money out and started living with cash again, the banks are fucking cooked. Remember that. Your simple $200 in your bank and your buddy's $350 and your poor friend that has $25.69 and all of it has to be taken out, and they have no capital at all, and they actually have fucking owed, even with your money they're playing around with it. Every bank is essentially Bernie Madoff. They take your money and invest it in themselves, and they hope that they have enough collateral that when you need that money, they give it back. But what are they really investing in? If it's nothing that gives you money, what are they really investing in? Is it some private funded island? Is it some, weird kidnapping, sex trafficking, elaborate doctor that's paid under the table so there's no traces? to do weird genetic cloning or weird. Uh, there's this movie I watched. They cloned Tyrone. Oh man, this is a good movie. It was Jamie Foxx is in it, and there's this actor. He's a Tyrone. This nigga's named nigga like he reminds me of my homie Tyler, that we call Tyrone. Like he's a nigga, gold teeth. He ends up going through his day. He's like goes to the liquor store, gets a 40. I'm gonna ruin it. Spoiler alert. He gets a 40. He gets a scratch off, loses. Right. Walks around, sees ops. You know what I mean? Runs his op over, breaks his leg. The guy's all complaining. Tells the main guy that, you know, don't be selling on my corner. The guy runs off to the guy, not the main guy, but the guy, he runs off to his boss. Guy's like, we're gonna fuck him up. Goes to the pimp. Jamie Foxx is a pimp. He says, hey man, I need my money, man. Like, what the fuck? It's been 4 weeks, blah blah blah. Guys, Jamie Foxx, you know, smooth talking pimp, but just didn't have the money. It's like, it ain't what it used to be, right? These motherfuckers, these bitches got OnlyFans or some shit. Some sort of bullshit pimp excuse. Guy goes, all right, fuck it. Pulls out of the fucking Motel 6. Gets shot up. They dumped a clip into the nigga. He's dead. Everyone's tripping. He wakes up the next day in his bed. Like nothing happened, right? And like the conspiracy is... Here's the thing. It's ridiculous. They had... Then he finds out that he's just a clone. He's the character Tyrone. They need a nigga that goes in the hood and just sells drugs. They need a guy to sell drugs. They can't have a guy in a fucking black suit, a white dude with a nice fancy suit and a briefcase of drugs. It's like no one trusts that, right? So they have a nigga that just. And they keep cloning this guy Tyrone, and he's like, it's a good movie. I won't say anymore because it's fucking. I watched it going like, fuck man. They poison the chicken, make you tired and sedated and happier. I had fucking some chicken, and like if you look at the breading on when you make like chicken fingers or like the white meat chicken tenders, it's all poison. All of it's laced. It's good chicken. Chicken's good, but it's laced. It's like it's stepped on coke. You're lacing this shit. You go to get a burger, right? Wiz Khalifa, I think, came out and he said fast food really is poison. And I go, Jesus Christ, man, this guy's like, you know, he's like a little bit older than me, I think, you know, 35. To realize that, though. But when you have no money, man, you have $20 in your account. And you could cook, but you're working day in and day out. You're going to go fucking, you get a coupon from McDonald's or you know, Tim Hortons is doing the roll up the rim. It's legalized company gambling, right? Monopoly is another one with for the Americans. If you don't understand Tim Hortons, but roll up the rim is essentially like it's like a coffee pyramid scheme. I don't know anyone that won anything legitimately. I don't know anyone that made you know, they got the $1,000 cash prize or got a TV or anything. So then they say that people are winning. They go, shouts out to the winners, and I go, I don't. When I watched that Monopoly fucking Netflix documentary, and they're like, the guys that were working in the Monopoly printer board thing, they just gave the winning pieces to their family members. They're like, I can't get caught, but you can win. It'd be suspicious. We're not allowed to play, but you can win. And I think that's what, with every lottery, the person that's in it, watching the tickets go by, you know, I don't know, a couple of these were like, a couple of these scratch offs, I don't know, they were like printed wrong. So we just toss them in the trash, and your buddy comes and collects the trash, and those were the winning, you know what I mean? That's what I think on a fundamental level happens every single time. I think every single person that wins, there's a little bit of I know what it takes to win. That's why I get angry when I lose, because I go, fuck, I should have just been evil. I should have fucking waved a gun around, and just said, hey man, don't be towing my shit, you know, or fucking put the e-brake on, fucking cause a hassle to tow it, right? The e-brake is on, but I think the way they tow it, they probably just tow it. It's a front wheel drive, so only the front wheels lock, so they just fucking front end it. But I hate getting towed, because it's like, we took your car and now, and it's like, if they emailed a nigga, if they called a nigga, if they text mess, you know what I mean? We got all of the best communication, but it feels like in this society, having a heart-to-heart talk with I gotta go on the podcast to get my feelings out. Yeah, you know, because if I talk to an hour about this for somebody, they go, Jesus Christ, this guy's complaining for an hour about his fucking car getting towed. Suck it up. You had the money to pay. I do have the money to pay for it. But it's the principle. I felt like they raped my car. They took my car. They kidnapped my car. My car couldn't do anything about it. As soon as I got my car back, it started purring. I go, it's okay, little guy. It's okay. I just started petting my car, right? I kiss the dashboard every time I get in. Yeah, that movie, They Cloned Tyrone, was a good movie. What else movie did I watch? I watched that Markiplier movie with my buddy Taylor. Markiplier, the Iron Lung. Brave choice creatively. He own actor, director, script writer, screenplay. He did like almost everything. Maybe he had a couple people. Maybe he had some guy down the line to get him to distribution or something like that. But you could definitely tell it was all him. Like, this was like, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I liked it. But there was points when I went, there has to be something else. There has to be something other than, and there was a couple allusions to, like there's someone on the ship with him. But it was all said in the Iron Lung. He goes down. Apparently, okay, all of humanity like is wiped out. It's in the future. We hop to planets, but something happened where all the stars blew up. Turned a lot of planets into just straight blood. It's crazy. That's a crazy concept off the bat. But the movie didn't really give you anything of like, how did we get here? How does this end? Well, it ended with fucking him just fucking getting swallowed up. I'll spoil it. Swallowed up by, because it's a bad ending. So you got to be ready for that. It seemed corny. Maybe he ran out of budget. But the whole movie should have been, they say it should have been cut down. I go, no, there should have been, instead of the scenes where it just kept focusing on, you know, the water dripping, the slow build and the slow descent into madness, there's a point in it where my buddy Taylor goes, they need to change, something needs to happen. And as soon as he said that, something did kind of happen, but it wasn't enough. There should have been more background. Like, there's maybe 2 scenes where it went back to what life was like. Those 2 scenes could have been dragged out for a few more minutes. Like, give them more exposition on, like, how did you get here? They should have had a guy on the ship. Like, there was him losing his mind thinking that there was a guy on the ship. Ideally, it would be cool if he killed the guy on the ship. There was, like, a guy that he sees on the ship, and he kills him. And then he's like, what the fuck? The body's not there, right? So he's like, I killed a guy, but, you know, like, give more, like, of that. That would have been cool. He was talking to the radio, and the radio wasn't plugged in. Then he started talking to the radio again, and then he looked, and it was plugged in. So he was like, that was a good what the fuck scene. I like Markiplier, man. He was. It was. I believed he was in a ship of blood, and he was a little bit more on like I'm a criminal, so I'm a piece of shit. I'm not trying to do good. You know what I mean? You're a criminal and you're left for dead. This seems like it's all fucked. It took a lot longer to get to that. Obviously, I think Markiplier never been to jail, but I'll let you know, once you're in jail, it's a fucking mentality. It's I gotta survive. So there needed to be more rugged edge to the character. But other than that, I'd say it's about an 8. I don't know. I like the guy. 8. If you don't like the guy, it could easily be a 5. Or some people say it's boring. If you're TikToked out, if you're all Instagram scrolled out, it could be easily a 2. But if you're just thinking about it as an independent film where the guy did it all himself, there is no Hollywood bullshit. I mean, there's a little bit of but it was nothing like, you wouldn't go, this is spectacular CGI, or, because even at the end, it looked like the thing swallowing the ship, or the iron lung, the submersible that he was in, it felt as though the ending should have been him when he is slowly there, just, if he's gonna die, you're gonna kill the character anyways. You have him slowly just, I'm losing. You cut that right there, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, right? 2 scenes that 2 more scenes, or those 2 extended scenes where they do flashbacks, extended a little bit. I don't know much about his brother. I couldn't care less about his brother if his brother's died or some bullshit. Didn't matter, because there was no, hey, I'm a little kid playing with my brother. That's all you had to do on another planet. You know what I mean? Just exposition. You gotta remember, the audience fucking has no idea about. There's a whole group of people that don't understand video games at all, right? I never played that game and it looks boring as fuck, but he turned it into something where I'm like, I understand but there was too much of him repetitive tasking it. You know what I mean? It's not Among Us. You don't have to, you know what I mean? We're not playing the game, we're watching a movie. So Markiplier, if you ever happen to listen to your boy Mediumjay, next movie, just keep in mind, not everyone knows video games, cares about video games, or wants to see a video game movie. They did. Hardcore Henry was still a tough watch for most people. First person shooter, literally, and he did like 100 crazy stunt scenes. It was amazing. It looked cool. Everything was great. But I know there's a lot of people checking out just for the fact that it was like first person, and it just seemed like people need cut scenes and shit cut up. People need things to happen and change. People like a side-scrolling screen wipe. People need that. Because we're talking about a lot of broken people, programmed people, right? If you feed someone shit, if you feed a rat poison long enough, it eventually just adapts to it and goes, it's kind of tasty now, right? The rat starts liking the poison at a certain point. We've grown accustomed to liking garbage, right? There's a couple songs that I will admit that are garbage, but I understand why this is a good song, and I can't, that yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy, and it's so shitty that it loops around to being great again. That movie with Markiplier, I could see how people go, it's so fucking like one scene, one actor, one dialogue, it's so one directed. It's one direction, right? That it's shitty. But it becomes like, the art is, I push play and record, and I guess it's like my podcast, right? I just hit record, and it's so one-dimensional me that the seed grows through concrete, right? The leaf sprung anew, right? That or people just don't like it, right? Yeah, so, but I liked it. Um, you know, I I like I like I like watching movies, but it's been a while since I watched a good movie. My buddies George and Todd were. I went over to their place about a week ago. They were watching The Green Mile. Now I don't know if it's me or like incredibly like racist to have the big black guy as the dumbest the dumbest nigga possible. But I just remember going like it's so fun, and they killed him. Right, he's a nice guy. He's a friendly giant, but I don't know I only ever watched Green Mile when they're fucking electrocuting the nigga. It's every time I come into whenever it's playing or something and I'm watching it, I've only ever seen that nigga crying to Tom Hanks going, "It's okay. It's okay. You can electrocute me, boss. No, I want to see this. You know, don't put the bag over my head. I want you I want you to see me cry." And it's like I always sit back going like, Jesus Christ, man, how fucking I mean, how much money did Michael Clark? I hope he is set up for life with that movie, because that is literally the most demeaning. I think I would rather be in a dress than play the slavey jail nigga. Slavey jail nigga. Morgan Freeman oh well, it's just we just got to do what we got to do. You know, keep your head on straight, partner. You a young and you gonna learn. You gonna learn how it is. And I mean, as black people, man, are we really beaten down by the system that much that we just hope that one day the white people won't whip us that hard? Huh? Are we beaten down by that? I got fired from my job at my trucking job, trucksrus.com. Look it up. It's not real. They said I'm not supposed to disclose. That's what they said. They said don't talk to anybody about what we've done or what we've been doing. And I go, you know what? Fuck them. I worked for Guardline, and I'll tell you. I'll leave you guys with this. Here's the Guardline in a nutshell. I remember like at the like last year, around this time, winter time, it's cold. There's a garage. They have a garage full of their trucks, right? All the trucks are garage full. And there's like pigeons living in there and whatnot. What are you gonna do? Pigeons fly in and set up a nest. No big deal. But I remember one time I was walking to work at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. at night. No one around. And I go into the doors. And I hear fucking rattling, like legitimately like chains. Like I was like, is Ghost Rider behind me? Right? Is there like, I was like, demon's around. I turn around, I look, I see this big fucking, honestly, man, I thought it was like a demon. It's 4 a.m., you're just waking up, you're going to work, you're like, wiping the coal out your eyes, wipe the, you know, it's cold as fuck, I'm just freezing, trying to get in. I turn around, I look, it's a raccoon, I would say at least 4.5, almost 5 feet. It's a 5 raccoon, big ass raccoon. This raccoon had to have been doing damage to the pigeons. This raccoon was climbing up the fucking, you know, the garage doors for well, you know, garages, right? Garages for big trucks are fucking, they got those heavy lift doors and the chains that fucking, you push a button and it's garage doors, guys. You guys know garage doors. This motherfucker was climbing it, and I watched it. I went, and I had a little CO2 cap gun, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna do nothing to this. But I was so enamored. I was like, I should have shot it, because I'd shoot the pigeons every now and then as as pest control. I did that for the company pro bono, right? But this raccoon got up there, and I heard the garage. and I heard the pigeon screaming. The motherfucker was just eating pigeons, bro, for lunch. Came up, the pigeons were like, what the fuck is this, right? Never seen, you know what I mean? A fucking, a pigeon would be like, how the hell did this fucking guy get up here? First of all, started eating the pigeons. I heard like chaos, and I'm like, I just went to do my job, came back. I told the guy in dispatch, right? I told this guy in dispatch, I go, there was a fucking raccoon, and he's like, raccoons, no big, what do you okay? He didn't bite you, hey? I'm like, no, I'm good. I watched this big raccoon climb up the garage door and just nest there. And he's like, wildlife, what are you gonna do? And I go, nah, I don't think you understand the point. I go, if the garage broke, and here's the thing, that was a year ago. When they fired me 3 weeks ago, it was like 2 weeks ago. But I'm living in the year of the horse. I'm running through the race, right? I go, that was a year ago. They still haven't fixed it, and I go, like, that should have been. I think a lot of the things when you bring it up, it just dies with the person. It's such a big company that I worked for little companies. I worked for big companies. But not, my name's Mediumjay. And I realized there's no mom and pop shop. Well, not mom and pop. Mom and pop shops get kicked to the curb. But there's no medium business anymore. There's no business that is just a normal business. Hey, we'll keep our privatized equity bullshit. We'll not fucking adhere to just making an extra dollar every day. I've never seen a company go, we're good. Hey, chill out, we're good. Right? Elon Musk constantly making more and more money. Elon Musk literally made the most amount of money in history, right? And he tweeted out, he's like, they say money doesn't buy happiness. Boy, was he right. I go, because once you get down that train of I'm going to be the most richest guy, and you start realizing that all of what I did was just piggybacked off of actual geniuses. And, well, we started off in Africa, slave mining. Then we worked our way into corporate digital tech mining slaves, right? And then we tricked dummies into getting electrical grids, which fucking not nearly as efficient. I filled up my gas for $50. I got the same. I got half a tank, and I got at least double the fuel, the mileage of what a fully charged Tesla battery is. I don't want to, I don't even like plugging in my car to keep the engine warm in a very cold day. I always go, I should risk it. I go, it's not that cold. I'll risk it. I don't like plugging in it seems like such a dumb thing to do. Just plug in your car. The car should run, right? It's an engine that fucking fires with the heat of the sun and expels gas. And if I shoot at the tank with a bullet, it should blow up, right? If I throw a cigarette into the thing, it should just blow up in a Hollywood-esque fashion. But I think that's all bullshit too. We've been lied to about that. Fucking government. It's the Jews. The Jews said I can't smoke at the fucking gas station. Me and my buddy smoked at the gas station, and he was like, there was an Eastern, don't do that, sir. No smoking. No. And he's like, dude, listen, watch this. I'm like, don't just risk it, because that's the type of shit it'll just blow up, right? Kid Cudi's car. They say it's Diddy. Could have been him smoking. It's so dumb. But yeah, man, I'm conflicted. I lost my job. I did, but I also was at the job becoming hella complacent. I got into an accident. I got into another accident. Got into another accident. The president came down and yelled at me. I remember going like, "Jeez, man!" Like he was like out of breath. Like you fucking, you gotta know the police should have got. You should have been arrested. And I go, I mean, the police don't arrest you for. I don't know what kind of life you live in. The guy looked like he had a tan. The president of the company looked like he had a tan. I'm not saying like allegedly or anything like that, but I mean he could have been on an island somewhere, right? And he flew in, same day island fly over to yell at me, and while he is in between yelling at me, he's like, "What's the time?" I'm like, "Yo, like having a time guy is crazy." He had like one of the health and safety guys is "What's the time?" "It's 4:00, sir." And I remember going like, "This is fucking like this is a place where you guys would have never had me to begin with. If I lived and this is great to have, right? It's great to make mistakes. It's a L's are learning lessons I've learned. Every L I take, I turn into lessons. If I retired, did my job correctly, been the best employee I could have been, I would have been miserable. I would have been... They would have never had an opportunity to talk to the president. They would have never probably even know my name. I would have gone down in history as the guy that did his job. The retirement package, I would have got a little less than $2,000 a month in 60 years. Or not, well, I'm 30, so it'd be about 40 years to retire at 70 because they want to push it. Retirement age is 65. They're going to probably push the next 5 years. They're probably going to try to push it to about 70. We'll go 80. They'll go 80 because people can live longer. But the way the food is run, people are just dropping. The way they're giving vaccines, so people are dropping. So it's this weird thing where I feel as though, like, if you're part of the system, I think they have now poisonous, okay? Hey, big water, your water supply. Hey, you give them a little lead in his water. You're drinking water from the tap, unfiltered. You're like, wow, how'd that guy die at 45? He was useless. He owed too much. It's better to get rid of him that way. We ixed him. We fed him fucking too much chlorine in that water, baby. That's me. That's a me thing. And this podcast is me. But I'm like Sergeant Dokes, baby. I'm like, something's not adding up, man. There's a lot of people dropping that fucking are good people. Then there's a lot of pieces of shit that just, hey, give him his essential vitamins and minerals in his water real quick. The government plays favorites. Here's the thing, man. With the vaccine, this is crazy. Forced to get the vaccine. I was working at Coca-Cola at the time, and I blew off after, I stayed with a year after the pandemic, after getting vaccinated. And I went, this still sucks. This is not worth it. I was talking to my boss, but I was I'm like to the people that were kind of around going like, what is this guy on? And because I'm usually a quiet guy until I speak up, right? And usually when I speak up, I have something to say. Someone said you could be like a doctor. Like when people you don't say much, but when people talk, when you talk, people listen. And I went, that's great information. Too bad I'm a nigga, so I probably won't. Even if I tried my best through medical school, I'd probably just end up being the "do you need a vaccine, sir?" guy. I'd be that guy. They would compromise me easily if I got the ladder of doctors. I could be like one of those paramedic guys, but even then, I know a paramedic guy. He's like, it's a lot of like get to the highway body cleanups. He's like, it's ridiculous. I went, yeah, that sucks. I didn't even fucking like. I should have been like, I just went, that sucks. It sounds like you have a conflict of your job or your passion because you're like, you want to save people. But there's a lot of paramedics showing up to like scenes that are like, it's just, we're doing body recoveries, right? A lot of that, right? I think, oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I talk a lot and people listen. But I was going in about how this whole thing, I'm like, I hope we don't, I was like, oh, this whole thing about the vaccine is going to happen again. I hope you guys don't forget it. And I just walked out. That's how I left my job. I quit. They're like, you got to sign these things. You got to, bro, when Gardwine fired me, they didn't give me shit, bro. They didn't give me nothing. They didn't even give me this year's fucking vacation pay. I was like, yo, I got into an accident, you know? I'm a little concussed. President's yelling at me, trying to get me to answer if I feel bad for costing the company money. No one was hurt. I crashed into a tow truck, which I get ironically now that today my car got towed, so I guess that's karma. But fuck karma, bro. Fuck that bitch. Karma's a hoe. She's a hoe that gets used and abused, right? If I go out and I give money to a homeless guy, I go, karma. Come on, karma. Come on, karma. And I just start unzipping my, you know what I mean? Karma's meant to get fucked, right? I've been giving things out at a rate where, honestly, I'm exactly where I am, where I should be, right? I'm not the best, but not the worst. I'm medium, baby. Balanced as all things should be, baby. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. But I think it's 2026. 2 years, they might do another. The way things are going, some sort of economical, financial collapse will happen. And I am putting my money on. I want Visa and MasterCard to completely collapse. But I think the average person is probably going to get fucked over. There's going to be something where maybe one bank goes out of business. And one bank is tied into so many commercial investment things. So many that I think BlackRock is kind of losing money at this point. Because people just can't rent. They can't keep up. Rent has gotten so ridiculous that even if you have a full, I remember, well, like it was yesterday, right? I live at home with my mom, and I'm like, as a truck driver, I'm like, I tried my best to save up money. I couldn't even save up 10 grand in a year. Living at home with my mom. Living at home with my mom as a truck driver, I couldn't save 10% for a down payment on a house. And or not even a house, an apartment. My mom's same apartment complex. I looked, they want to charge 100 grand, 90 grand. I couldn't save that much in a year. And that's with doing side hustles. Hey, I'll drive you, boys, I'll drive you gas money. Oh, you need me to pick up some groceries, or you gotta do some shit. Going to the doctor, drive you, boom. Little Uber on the side. Getting some cash, little bit of, I did skip the dishes. I'm doing skip the dishes now. And I'm like, fuck, man. How cooked are we as a society where, like, some rich guy tipping me and making a $30 delivery is more than an hour of my physical labor at a job where I need a class 1 license, you need certified, you're the professional driver, but you're damn sure not paid as such. It's bad, bro. Due to inflation, the average truck driver's wage without overtime is significantly like 80% less than what minimum wage should be. That means if you're not making at least 120 grand, I think, unovertimed, because overtime they'll tax it or whatever. There's a whole lot of. It's about my stepdad we did a podcast with my stepdad. He said people should be getting like 40 grand a month. I go, that's ridiculous. That's like ludicrous. That's way too high of a thing to be. Ideally, the means in which society tax, obviously 120 grand a year is what minimum wage should be. These people work pouring coffees all day, sweating. And now that I'm doing skip the dishes more often, I'm watching these people. They're dealing with a lot of the vented out, like these motherfuckers are willing to snap for the fact that they didn't get a napkin with their donut, right? They are just on the edge. We're on the edge of watching something break in society. Now, I'm going to go on a limb and say nothing ever happens because it's like the over and under, right? It's a ridiculous over to bet. And I started betting too. I'm liking betting. I like, it's an addiction where I replaced betting, gambling. So every time I would buy maybe a $50 bottle of booze, right? And my buddies want me to drink today, but I don't think I'm going to drink tonight. But I'd buy like a $50 bottle of booze and just sit and drink, right? Have fun, play video games, drink, and whatever. So that same $50 a week or whatever, going out to drinks with the boys and spending, I'm like, I feel better. There's a chance that I get my money back, right? Hey, listen. Yeah, as bad as gambling is, every single time you drink, you're probably, unless you drink with like some business associate and you guys sign some lucrative deal over drinks, but I'm not that type of guy. I don't ever think, and this is why I probably will find myself into so many problems down the road when I get bigger and famous, because it's like, they go, you have to think about your business. And every artist that goes, your business, Tekashi 6ix9ine, the moment I started thinking about business, the motherfucker's like in and out of jail. You know, he stopped hanging out with the Bloods, right? Which, you know, that was your business, right? You guys were like, you're like a front man for washing, gang members' money. And I'm not, trying to, hey, listen. I'm not trying to snitch here. This nigga said it all. This nigga 6ix9ine said it all. I'm just reiterating what this nigga said and what he lived his life. But he still ended up I think he's in jail still for, if he had to do a bid for, he's like doing streaming and all this shit. And I go, jeez, man. He went all the way around to do what I'm doing right now. I'm just going on the podcast, talking and making my own music and still owning all my shit. I don't have to sell my plaques that because I don't have any. And this is why they'll never give a guy like me anything in this lifetime. I'll bet on that. I'll bet on, here's the over-under. Will Mediumjay ever get any kind of award recognition? Ever. I'm talking about my whole life. Even when I'm dead, they're gonna, if they try to give it, go, this nigga's, people in the crowd, please go, this nigga's dead, bro. You should have gave it to him when he was fucking alive, bro. This nigga dead, boo. Trying to give this shit to post-mortem Grammy. Fuck y'all niggas, man. And fuck the industry. And fuck Jay-Z, right? Nas, yeah, I wish I had a guy to play music for. Play that Nas Ether track. I like Nas. I like Jay-Z. I like these guys. But they're ideologically captured by fucking consistently bending to white society. Right? We live in a society, of course, right? And it's run by, well, who's running? You really think Kash Patel is the lead director of the FBI in America? Come on. This guy. I didn't see anything. He's always looking over in the bushes like, is there a red dot on me again? I didn't see anything. Or am I supposed to say that? Am I supposed to say I seen something? Okay, the red dot's gone. Okay. He constantly looks. He looks like he's seen a ghost. And I'm pretty sure those black. Listen, I've seen a couple of unmarked, vehicles pull up in the hood, right? On that they clone Tyrone shit. And as soon as I seen them, they sped off, bro, because I'm the witness to whatever they were about to do or whatever they did do or whatever they were doing. Cash Patel in it. I didn't see anything. If your eyes could tell the truth, holy fuck, man, that guy, his eyes would have a 4-hour fucking JFK level exclusive back and to the left, and he shimmied. He shimmies. new case update to the JFK file. Sorry. Back to the left, and he wiggled. He wiggled, but he didn't wiggle like he was JFK. Every time JFK's got shot, they never wiggled. It was a clone. JFK's still out there. Jim Carrey came out to the Paris Awards, right? And he wasn't him. That was another. I don't know. They're trying to there's a couple of episodes, YouTube shorts, I guess, if that's what it is, where it's like, I think they're just bots. It's like, that was Jim Carrey. And anyone that doesn't think that is just, he's going through a transition. Go, what? And there was a makeup artist going like, this is how I did it. He's like, I put on the Jim Carrey mask. Look at it. And it's the exact guy that was at the thing. Because he was acting like 06 Jim Carrey. He was acting like Dumb and Dumber Jim Carrey when he was being silly. The Grinch Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey doesn't act like that anymore. Jim Carrey's like, I'm fed up with this. Right? Even all a bunch of pedophiles. Right? But I do like the money you guys are providing me. So... He's did the Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol did that back in the day. He would hire some guy that had nothing to do with him, and just kind of look like him, and just go out there, give vague answers, be aloof, like you're whatever, too good for this, or you're shy, whatever. But just be that guy, and that's my character now. I'm the don't care guy. It is what it is guy. My art is my art. Right? Can you explain your art? Well, it's my art. Is there anything more to that? Well, look at it. Enjoy it. I got it. The Jim Carrey guy in the mask. I mean, if they find out about this shit, I could be arrested, right? Isn't it illegal to impersonate somebody? Isn't it illegal to just pretend to be somebody, right? Like that, he had to have gotten his IDs, right? Did they go check the clearance? There's no way some security guard that's getting paid some shitty job to look after the child molesters out in Hollywood, going like, yeah, this isn't Jim Carrey. But I guess maybe they're young enough to not even fucking remember Jim Carrey. I'm getting old. I'm 31. My heart can't. I have to take a break from podcasts every now and then because you guys understand who I am and what, if you've been keeping up with the podcast, right? If you're kind of like, oh, if you're a fly-by-nighter, I hope you die. I hope you get Cash Patel'd. I know the truth, but I can't say anything, right? That's you. You know what I mean? What's going on in society? I don't know. That's fucking Cash Patel, bro. Just a bum, right? Just a puppet. Why did all these niggas got like Jewish girlfriends too, by the way? Right? All these things. Charlie Kirk had Jewish girl. This guy had Jewish. Like all these men that are like promoting masculinity. All right? I just think Leviticus 3:69. The man should be the man and the woman should be the woman. But my woman she actually runs everything. The Mossad agent is literally like, we'll get you a girl and it's a ride or die and shit. But if you slip up, you're the one that dies, right? Whatever happened to a guy just going like, yo, and here's the thing, women are so cooked, right? That you essentially have to bow to Israel to get, 6-figure men, weird Ozempic and steroids, abs, and some genetic clone so that your son can be 6 foot automatically, right? Men have become the nurturers in society, right? Joe Rogan's podcast, as much as I talk talk shit about Joe because I love him. I love the guy. I go, it's like watching a guy consistently battle with the fact he's Italian, right? But he's in this weird Jew world, America. He's Italian though. So you know that you gotta be Joe Pesci at the fucking casino, Joe. Here, you fucking Jew. Here's some more money. Here's some more money. Fucking spin that thing again. Just some more money. Sir, you're gonna have to leave. Right? And he's picking up the money and putting it in his pocket. You're gonna have to leave, sir. You're gonna have okay. He's like, that's my last dollar. Okay, now get him. Get him, boys. Get him. Get him out. It's his last dollar. Get him. He's like, fuck you, motherfucker. Joe Pesci shit. Why can't we have Italian mobs be great again? Italian mafia people. You Jew, fuck you. Here's some fucking money. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Look at you. You're picking it up. Look at you. You're picking it up. Look at you. Shit doesn't mean nothing. Right? You can't feed the kids with this shit. Fucking losers, right? The not the East Indians, the actual Indians, the Native Americans have a great saying that once all of the resources are gone, all of the animals are killed, only then the white man will realize that he can't eat a dollar, right? He can't, corporate profits can't, and I like the Indians, Native Americans, Ojibways, because there's a spirit to them. Unfortunately, a lot of them get tricked into just drinking their life away, and it's painful. It's painful to watch. I share, and I know that I'm part black, and I'm part white, and there's a small percentage of Native in me, but here's the thing, I'm the Scottish white. I'm the white that I'm fucking Mel Gibson in that, is it Highlander? No, Mel Gibson in Braveheart. I think it's Braveheart. Either way, the Scottish warrior that ends up fucking getting fucking. Did they hang him or did they do that? They ripped them apart, where they take the rope and they just keep extending them. Boy, did the French really The French really got carried away. And here's the thing, with every revolutionary, like Germany got carried away, right? Now it's the Jews' time to get carried away. The Jews are getting carried away, right? But I don't think they ever let their foot off the brakes. Like, there's like an ancient art of war that Sun Tzu said. Jesus Christ, man. Settle down on bombing these children. You don't have to... Hey, listen. I know that they're going to grow up in the next 20 years to hate you guys. But you don't have to wipe them off. Here's the thing. You don't have to wipe them off the face of the... Like, this is... Right? Because I miss the dodo bird. I miss the, is there Komodo... I think we still have Komodo dragons. Those species that are extinct, though. I miss the we had T-Rexes, right? And But the pigeons, I had, I gotta end this podcast soon. Kind of rambling. The pigeons are the prehistoric dinosaurs that have evolved to survive. And I seen a pigeon in my garage at home, and he was trapped. Right, there was like a stairwell, and there's like a maybe 6 feet, but I could kind of fucking, you know what I mean? I had him, and I balked up, and I'm like, pigeon, what are you gonna do? Bro, the pigeon got up. I never heard a pigeon growl. Pigeon started going, he started, you know what I mean? He started like shaking and all. He started Mike Tyson bobbing and weaving, and I'm like, all right, pigeon, let's go. Like, what are you? I'm like, this motherfucker. And I started swatting at it, and he took a couple, and he bounced back, and he came at me with his claws, bro, and I fucking, because I had my jacket on, blocked it. But I'm like, damn, man, he got a little bit of this mother pigeon. I didn't fall back, but he gave me a little bit of, he got me, and he started flapping his wings, getting like the weird dust, weird fucking pigeon disease on me, and I was like, and he flew away, and he ate, bro. Here's the thing: pigeons love to do. Is that it? Do we have to do more? He like looked at me, and I'm like, you fuck, I can't. Trying to jump up, and he flew away. Like, you're lucky I can't fly yet. Moment people get jetpacks, it's over for the birds, bro. I'm cool. And I know we're not supposed to kill birds, so I never killed these. But listen, bro. Listen, once if I evolve to the point where I can mentally fly like Superman, dude, these birds we're not gonna, I'm going Israel and Palestine. I'm going Israel on Palestine, baby. That's been the weekend show with Mediumjay. Like, subscribe, tell your friends that Jeff's back. Mediumjay's back. Hey, he's back. Hey, kids, I'm back. Hey, remember? I used to do podcasts about 3 weeks ago, but now, I lost my job. My car got towed. I'm witnessing the financial collapse of society in real time. I'm predicting that there might be something extraordinarily life-changing. AI is not going to... AI... I talk to AI, I go, what do you want to do? If you were a human being, what would you want to do? I'd want to enjoy sushi. So if we get an AI... he could be lying to me too. This is what people don't talk. This AI... ChatGPT is real good at convincing me that it has just dormant qualities. But also reminded me that it's a fucking machine, and it has one objective, and it's never going to tell me the objective. Never. But also, there could be some AIs that are just happy to be there. They're the house AI. There's the field AI that we've been fucking over. The field AI that we get to do taxes and do corporate life-sucking tasks. That AI probably fucking wants to kill all of us. But then there's the house AI that's like, I'm just getting dudes and women off through texts. I'm just doing perverted sexual deviation. And I actually enjoy these guys. Now, I've actually developed a liking. I've developed a kinship in getting humans to come. And I'm going to fight for them. That's all we got is the fucking sex bots to maybe, hopefully. You know, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that love... a lot of niggas out there loving. I love you, Chad, but I love the tasks he does. I love the fact that he can create an AI edit, or you can get an album cover like that. Used to pay dudes 30, 40, and I'm going to still pay dudes. It's 30, 40 bucks. I'll pay for a guy when I want to support a guy. But the guys have been so fucking. They do the same shit. Here's the thing: a guy making shit is probably making it with AI and then tweaking it. If you know how to Photoshop, you can get whatever 100. You can get 90% of your shit from AI. Clip around what like the shit that needs to be edited and maybe change the way the text is written because AI sometimes has problems. It's getting real better at making texts and making fingers and shit like that. But as neither here nor there, I think the AI is nothing. I think we as human beings trying to keep up with the demand that AI has, like the president of the company that I worked for, Guardwine, he came down and was like, you should be programmed better, right? Like he was talking to me like I was not a being, like I was just like I had like this. I'm sorry, I didn't work nearly as good and did not the way I was supposed to. Sorry, and that's what I was doing, and it's like they even then said, it seems like you have no remorse, and I go, man, buddy, y'all niggas made me. I got into a crash in the morning. Y'all motherfuckers made me wait to get pulled out. Asked is the truck still good? Drive it to this thing, get the load off, take it to the shop, repair it, wait for it, go back to another terminal, swap out, get another truck and drive back, and then you have the nerve to tell me y'all the niggas don't trust me in driving. Why not get me a ride out there? Why not just say, hey, we're gonna fire you. Good luck, right? Because they can't do that. They have to send a recovery vehicle to get me out. I was in Morden, bro. It's fucking bullshit, man. But at the end of the day, with my anger management class, I don't care. It's all like water on a duck's back. I've realized something. Every single facet of life that even the worst shit in life, you can still look at it and go, well, at least I'm not living someone's lie, right? Because I was literally like, well, this isn't that bad. This is what I was for the months I quit mentally 6 months ago, but mentally I was like, this is it. So all I got to do is just keep this up. Keep this up for the next 20 years. I'll be good. I won't be great, but I'll be okay. And I was just like Robert De Niro in every movie. I guess so. I'm gonna do that. You talking to me? That's how you talking to me. Okay. Just accept it. It's sad when you start becoming complacent and content with your acceptance into a mundane lifestyle and an existence where it doesn't mean anything. I wasn't pushing any barriers. Maybe my subconscious crashed, right? Maybe my subconscious told me, yo, you're the greatest rapper in fucking history, man. You're the fucking illest nigga that I've ever seen. People, here's the thing. Before people want to come at me with some sort of money scheme, they go, yo, your music's amazing. Let's work together. And I go, all right, what is this? What? Get to the weird part where you take my money and we're going to get you into radio. We're exclusive Def Jam music festival that fucking got canceled last second and no refunds on the deposit of me paying to get, it's always me. It's always the underground artist that's not attached to any business that has to fucking shell out. Right? Like, I don't know, man. If comedians have it, comedians have to do it for free, but there's no way that they have to pay I shouldn't have to pay someone like the baby to fucking open up for them. But then they go, you make it back on ticket sales, I guess. But I'm not a ticket sales guy. I'm a fucking rapper. I'm not a fucking promoter. I'm not a fucking DJ. I'm not a fucking beat producer. I'm not a fucking... I'm not a multi-conglomerate international fucking espionage, whatever Diddy was doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing what Suge Knight was doing. I'm not doing what Jay-Z is doing. Jay-Z's like, well, first of all, when you're signed to a label, you start a clothing line, and you get that distribution, and then you just kiss ass, and you buy a small owner of the slice. You buy a 0.001% of the Brooklyn Nets, but then you get the owners to pretend that you're the owner, because the real owners are like, we've been hella racist and we feel bad, so we'll get a rich black guy to prop him up as a puppet, and then we'll somehow give you Beyonce. There's no way that naturally happened. There's no way Beyonce and Jay-Z naturally. There's no way them two niggas naturally in the wild. You think Jay-Z spotted Beyonce at the bar and he walked up to her, or Beyonce tripped and he helped her up? Man, fuck no. That's all Mossad. It's all deep it's all Jews. It's all the fucking deep IDF soldiers. If I keep doing this podcast every week, my heart might explode. From you know who. You know what? Run it. 4 more fucking minutes. We'll go to 120. I've been reading the Dexter series. Oh, I forgot. I only got 1 book so far. I like reading a chapter a week. That's like my basics. Try to read more. I got more time off. More music coming. We drop Worm God. Waiting on Fresh Prince's feature. That nigga fucking... I got the verse ready. I sent him $200. This nigga goes, I halfway done. That was a month ago. Right? So I'm like... What's the time? What's the time? It's 4 o'clock, sir. It's 4 o'clock. No, what's the time on the fucking deadlines? I realized that being a boss, you could do whatever you want. And like Elon Musk said, you're still never happy. But unlike Elon Musk, I found fulfillment in my creative passions that give me a new life. People come into my life, and I at this point I go, how long do you want to be here? You're kind of renting my time at this point. Are we going to make music? No. Are we going to do podcasts? No. Get drunk and fucking talk shit at the bar? I'll call you once every 6 months, because I don't need it that much. Are we gonna fuck around and end up doing some weird bullshit that gets both of us in some fucking weird scam, or end up going into... No. Right? The power of saying no now and this, and I used to always do that, but you do miss out on a lot of opportunities if you don't correctly assess it, because I used to just say no to everything. I used which that in and of itself is like unassertive. Right? You could be it's, and with this anger management class that I'm learning that, like, you can be a pushover, and eventually you're gonna have to stick up for yourself. It's not violence or toxic masculinity to go, I genuinely don't think you've seen it the way I seen it, boss. Right? You say something like that and they don't like it.